CLI a cross-platform IDE for C and C++. Download now.
Right, we're going to be talking about notation. And yep, we're hopefully going to fill this slide by the end of this. So to start off, quick fire. Which one do you find easier to understand, A or B? Ah, great. I was actually going to make a joke about optometrists, but great, B. B is obviously easier to understand because we understand algebra. In terms of A, what does A come from? This comes from a seminal book called Algebra, and this is literally where algebra comes from. And this is so important that it was written in the algebra book. Anyway, carrying on. What about this? Imagine we were having to use Roman numerals to do any kind of calculation. What a pain that would be. But this is equivalent to that. We've got the Arabic numerals now, and Arabic numerals were also introduced in another book called Algoritmi de Numero Indorum. Apologies to anyone who is still a native speaker of Latin. So algorithmi actually comes from the Latinization of this guy's name, which I will not pronounce. Anyway, moving on. So those are just two examples of what good notation can do. Let's try some modern examples. So good notation can allow us to manipulate objects and make important properties more obvious. Now let's try some of these modern examples. So it turns out that if you invent some juggling notation, you can reveal some new juggling tricks. And if you invent some crossword notation, you can reveal some plagiarism. Yeah, as for the plagiarists, I guess they received some crosswords. So what new things do we have here? So yes, good notation can also allow you to predict or invent new things and allows you to search or enumerate through your entire problem space. So this talk, and in the last couple of minutes I've got, is really about a notation for computation. Specifically, I'm going to be talking about BQN. Has anyone heard of BQN? Yes? Oh, great, great. There's more of us than expected. But for those of you who haven't heard of it, probably this is going to look like symbol salad to you. But I'd also say that if it does look like symbol salad, imagine what it would look like if you were looking at algebra and you'd never learnt it, all those symbols. So since this is a C++ conference, this is roughly the equivalent C++ code. And to prove that, I will just hide some of the line noise and then just draw these lines very, very quickly. So yep, that's what's going on. And now just to actually explain, so here at the top, we've got a function to create the odd numbers. And the more important one here is a function to create the arithmetic mean. So over here, we've got the plus reduction divided by the length. Plus reduction, obviously, is just the sum divided by the length, so that's the arithmetic mean. Right, now I'm also going to show another example of a different type of average, which is the quadratic mean. Quadratic mean? Quadratic, anyway, so the quadratic one, it works by using the square root plus reduction followed by the multiplicative self. So multiply something by yourself, that's the same as doing a power divided by the length. Now these two look really similar, and to show how similar they look, I'm going to draw two lines. Oh, look at that, how similar are they? So given how similar they are, we can just do some symbolic manipulation. So even if you don't understand these symbols, hopefully you can follow that just these symbolic, we can bring out this idea of multiply by self and call it square and then substitute that in, nothing has changed. And then since we're doing a plus reduction followed by a square, we can take the square out and there we go. Look, this is exactly what the arithmetic mean is. So it turns out that the quadratic mean is the same as the root mean squared. Hey, that's a useful property. So that example hopefully really quickly shows that good notation can also suggest some useful analogies and reveal some underlying structure. I would say that good notation also should be brief and expressive and look beautiful. And the question that I leave everyone with is, how has your notation helped and hindered you to express what you wanted to say? Thank you.